Carlo Ancelotti, welcome to the Arne Slot Penitentiary, baby. Welcome to the Arne Slot Penitentiary, baby. Liverpool get the 2-0 win. Honestly, it could have been more against this Madrid side. I get it. They're missing some guys. Danny Carvajal isn't there. I get it. They're missing a big piece in their defense in Militao. I get that. But let's not forget that they also have the perennial, who is considered the best generational talent that is on the planet right now, and in Kylian Mbappe, playing in his favorite left wing position today. You have the generational talent of England playing in his favorite position today in Jude Bellingham. You have a man who's considered one of the greatest midfielders of all time in Luka Modric also playing in midfield. You have Kamavinga, who was outstanding tonight, despite the scoreline. I'll give him credit. Is considered one of the best young defensive midfielders in the world at this moment right now. You have Fede Valverde, who's considered a Real Madrid icon. You have Antonio Rudiger, who will go down as one of the greatest defenders in history. And then you also have Thibaut Courtois, who's considered a top 5 goalkeeper of all time on that team. There's no excuse for this Real Madrid team. You will not make an excuse for this Real Madrid team. And you will give this Liverpool team credit for outplaying and playing this Madrid side out of the park right now. And this isn't me being hopeful. This isn't me being a biased Liverpool fan right now. Liverpool FC is the best team in the world right now. And Arne Slot is the best manager in the world right now, period. He just coached Don Carlo Ancelotti, who's considered one of the best managers of all time, and has been able to pull all types of tricks out of his hat. When Madrid has been in similar situations and the cards have been stacked against them and been able to pull out Champions Leagues with weaker teams, he just coached them out of the park. Arne Slot did, and that's a fact. Stand notice. This Liverpool team is serious. Arne Slot is a very serious manager who could be on the precipice of doing something extremely special in his first season in Liverpool and potentially creating a historic career. And that's not too soon. Because we could potentially be going into a weekend where we get even another step closer to a Premier League title and then continuing to stay perfect in the Champions League tonight against the reigning champions. Come on, y'all. Give them some credit. Give them some credit. Please do. Give this Liverpool team some credit. Defensively, they were outstanding tonight. And we're going to talk about Conor Bradley. Oh my God. Who I've said is generational before when he was being coached by Jurgen Klopp. And I said, hey, if something happens to Trent, we're going to be all right. Conor just gives you a completely different profile in that right back position. More traditional, but the pace, the audacity, the aggression on defense. And then he just went on an absolute rampage in that second half, getting up the field. He said, all right, well, I'm cool now. I figured Mbappe out now, baby. We can get upfield now. I love it. And he's my man of the match. And I know I usually say that for a little bit later in the video. Conor Bradley is the man of the match today. And I told you he was going to have a big boy performance today. And that's what he did. That one tackle that he had on Mbappe in that first half turned Anfield up to 10. And it just made Anfield a cauldron. And if you're watching this and you were at Anfield tonight, thank you. Thank you for showing up from bell to bell. You were loud. I was watching with my wife, and my wife was like, oh my God. And we're in Vegas, guys, okay? So like the fact that you guys were just freaking rocking the stadium tonight, they didn't know. It was overwhelming for these players. You could see the moment got the best of Mbappe. The moment got the best of Bellingham. And Anfield swallowed these players whole. Bellingham was non-existent the entire match. Mbappe at least was trying, right? Mbappe at least was trying. But he just could not get past this Liverpool defense. You can't dribble past 4 and 5 players. But let's dive into a little bit more details on this game. I'm getting excited. I'm lit, of course. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Like that video, please. It gets it more out to more of Liverpool fans that love this type of content. Comment down below if you're brand new here. Tell us where you are watching from. Give us your take. This is Unconformed. The whole point of this whole channel is to hear from you guys and hear your guys' takes. Some of the best takes that I've heard from any football supporter, let alone Liverpool fans, have been in these comments down below. Make sure you guys share what you guys are thinking. It's Unconformed for a reason. It doesn't have to be what the common consensus is saying right now. You may just very well be right. So let's get into it. We break our 8-game winless run against Madrid. Can you even believe it's been 8 games since we've been able to get a win from them? And Arne Slot is the man to do it. I mean, we played them out of the park. Absolute dominance from Arne Slot. And Kylian is one of the best, if not the best shot stopper in the world right now. And it's just a fact. Better than Alisson. And Alisson doesn't have a great penalty stopping record. Kylian has now stopped his last 3 penalties. He's cold as ice. Just in goal. No expression change. When he saved the penalty, he got passionate, but just no expression in the goal. Extremely hard to read. And Mbappe just bottles it, man. And Salah misses the penalty too. We're not going to talk about that though. Don't talk about that. But Slot's tactics to take both Bellingham and Mbappe out the game has to be studied, guys. It has to be studied. The way that he was able to isolate Mbappe, and then anytime Bellingham got on the ball, he was just closed down and trapped either by Macca and Gravenberch or Macca in Curtis Jones. And he was able to just be pickpocketed over and over and over. Same thing with Mbappe. Salah had a really good steal on him that almost led to a goal. But what I really, really loved about Arne Slot and what I noticed big time is that Camavinga was growing into this game in the first half and was just, I would say he looked like Ryan Gravenberch, right? I think those two are probably two of the best midfielders, let alone defensive midfielders in the world right now. And it's a pleasure to watch them go against each other. And Ryan was a close for my man of the match. That whole midfield was outstanding, which I'll talk about in a second. But the traps that we started setting for Camavinga late in the first half and then early in the second half, that just didn't give Madrid a way to build out of the back like how they wanted to, right? We started putting 2 guys in front of Camavinga and 1 behind and created a triangle around him. And they couldn't get the out ball out to him. And we know that there's a new kid there in defense. We know Rudiger isn't the best on ball. We have a Valverde who's playing a makeshift right back. They could not build out of the back. And Mbappe and Bellingham refused to drop deep and try to come get the ball. So we were able to control Madrid in their own half for long stretches of time. I think the possession stats are like 60% or something like that. I'll throw them up right here. But I mean, the way that Arne Slot systematically, guys, and that's the key. He systematically broke this Real Madrid team down to the T, where we controlled the ball. And my wife was, I keep bringing her up, love you, but she mentioned that it just feels so much different than Jurgen Klopp. Usually we'd be running the ball down the field right away, but we're keeping it. And I'm just like, yeah, it's true. And the way that we were just able to keep possession and keep it out of Madrid's hands, you can have the most dangerous players in the world, but if they never have the ball, they are no longer dangerous anymore. If they have the ball only 40% of the time that they're on the field, they're not as dangerous as if they had the ball 50% of the time or 60% of the time. And that's pretty simple. That's like basic no-brainer type of stuff. But I think sometimes we forget that in football, that if you don't have the ball, there's no way you can score. There's no way you can be dangerous. And it was just that simple with Arne Slot. Their only creative outlet was Mbappe, who had a mountain to climb because he had to get past 4 and 5 different players. Arda Güler was continually being ushered onto his right foot. Brahim Diaz was just too small and was kind of non-existent. This could have easily been a 3-0 or a 4-0 game. Madrid got away without being battered tonight, I think, personally. This could have easily have been a battering. It could have been. And the fact that we just made Bellingham anonymous throughout this whole thing, after all the talk and all the chatter that he had before this, I love it. He got Lilbroed in that midfield, with Curtis Jones having one of his best performances in a red shirt that I've seen from him in a long time. And he's been having great performances over the past 3 or 4 games. Ryan Gravenberch, outstanding tonight. Maka with the goal, outstanding tonight. Him being able to move closer up the field now, and Ryan playing in that holding role, which is like a hybrid 8-6. It's not even a 6. It's not even a 6. It's not even a 6. You know what I mean? But being able to give Maka the license to kind of go forward and combine was just outstanding. It was outstanding tonight. And he gets his goal, first goal of the season, and what a first goal to get it. And Cody Gakpo, big boy Cody, midweek Cody, look like Gakpo-Naldo right now. Prime Ronaldo. Easy header. Big boy stuff. Modric's too small. Into the back of the net. And that's his 7th goal of the season. And these players just look completely different under Arne Slot, man. They just look completely different under Arne Slot. And what he's been able to do with this side, the tactics, bringing the pace down, preserving the legs of all of these defenders and these players while draining and sapping the energy out of the opposition player while he's figuring out where the weaknesses in the side that we're going to exploit in the second half. That's by design, right? We have the most goals in the second half out of any team by design. It's not coincidence. Arne Slot is a second half manager, and I think one thing that we should take into consideration, a lot of fans have been saying that he's a second half of the season type of manager as well, because he's able to get a good look at whatever all of these teams and how we played them last time. We have footage on these teams, and then he just breaks them down even more. What a madman. What a madman. Special mention to Jones, Gravenberch, and Maka. That midfield trio, just wow. Just wow. The way that they were able to control that first half to set up the second half for us to let loose. I don't know what the hell happened with Curtis Jones. He had a baby and turned into Iniesta. They couldn't touch him in that midfield. Man, I mean, it could be the best midfield in the world right now, guys. It really could be. Those four, Maka, Jones, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai, you add one more solid 6 into the mix, we could have probably the best midfield 5 in the world. I don't know. Huge statement win. Going into an even bigger weekend against a wounded Manchester City side. We should be running them absolutely ragged, and I get it. It's too soon. We don't know. I don't know. Who knows? But it's not. Let's start acting like we're the most successful team in England, and we're the best team in Europe, and we're the best team in England right now. We should be expecting to run this Manchester City side over. But you know what? We respect them, and we respect Pep Guardiola, and we know that anyone can show up on any day. And that's what I love about Arne Slot, is that he takes every single side so seriously and breaks them down to a T. It doesn't matter who you are. So, Pep Guardiola, you better come ready this weekend, because Arne Slot is coming, and he's ready to put another person in the Slot penitentiary. He's ready. Don Carlo is already in there. Some big names are already in there. You got a spot waiting for you, brother. You got a spot waiting for you, brother. But what's next? What more can this Liverpool team do? I think they're going to keep winning. I think they're going to keep winning, and we're going to keep winning, and we're going to keep winning, and then you're going to get tired of winning. But let's see what happens. Anfield awaits this weekend, which I've been calling the torture chamber for people with big egos and superstars, because that's what Mbappe and Jude Bellingham was in tonight, and Don Carlo Ancelotti was in tonight. The torture chamber. They got tormented tonight by this Liverpool side, and I loved every second of it. Up the Reds. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're taking this damn thing to the moon. The goal is to get to 5,000. We just hit 3,100. Let's keep building, boys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.